President Bola Tinubu has stated that the biting sanctions imposed by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, on Niger junta would not be lifted despite the military leader's promise to negotiate with the regional bloc to resolve the crisis in the Francophone country. Tinubu has stated this when he received the special envoy of President Ali Odimba and the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Gabon, Haman Imogolt, at the State House in Abuja, insisted the military takeover of government was no longer acceptable in Africa. However, the junta led by General Abdurrahman Tijani has demanded restoration of electricity cut off by the federal government as part of the embargo slammed on the coupists following the overthrow of President Mohamed Bazoum on July 26. Tijani, who made the request during their meeting with the ulamas from Nigeria in Niamey, said they were outraged that the regional bloc did not hear from them before slamming several embargoes on them, including the threat of military intervention to restore democracy. Tinubu, who is the ECOWAS chairman, told his visitors that any interference in democratic governance would not be accepted by the leadership of the regional body. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has assured Nigerians that there will be no increase in the pump price of petrol anywhere in the country. Special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Ajuri Ngalale, who made this known, noted that the market has been deregulated and will remain so. He emphasized that government will address the inefficiencies within the mainstream and downstream petroleum subsectors to maintain prices where they are without having to resort to a reversal of the administration's policy in the petroleum industry.
Mr. President wishes to assure Nigerians, following the announcement by the NNPC Limited just yesterday, that there will be no increase in the pump price of petroleum motor spirit anywhere in the country. We also wish to affirm that the President is determined to maintain competitive tension within all subsectors of the petroleum industry. He is determined to ensure that our policy drawn up as well as policy implemented follows the cue that there will not be any single one entity dominating the market. The market has been deregulated, it has been liberalized, and we are moving forward in that direction without looking back. The President also wishes to affirm that there are presently inefficiencies within the midstream and downstream petroleum subsectors that, once very swiftly addressed and cleaned up, will ensure that we can maintain prices where they are without having to resort to a reversal of this administration's deregulation policy in the petroleum industry.
Well, this announcement comes less than 24 hours after the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, said it had no plan to raise the pump price of petrol. The Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, has thrown its weight behind President Bola Tinubu's administration, saying it supports the president's economic policies. IPAC chairman Yabagi Sani said this in an interview with newsmen after meeting with Vice President Kashim Shettima at the presidential villa. Sani explained that irrespective of political party differences, the council recognizes the efforts of the current administration in addressing the challenges confronting the nation.
IPAC, Inter-Party Advisory Council, being the umbrella body of all political parties, find it necessary and important to visit the Vice President so that we can assure the government that we are on the same page with them. Especially, like you all know, we are going through some difficult times, which is normal. You know, in everything that you do, the beginning is always difficult. That is what you call teething problems. And we know that's what this country is going through today. So we come here to show solidarity with the government, you know, and to also tell Nigerians and the whole world that as political parties, we are together as far as deepening democracy is concerned, as far as ensuring that we have stability, we have progress, we have a government that performs, you know, for all of us, President Bola Tinubu, we all know he's a Democrat. You know, he personifies democracy because he has lived all his life, like also the vice president, as Democrats. They've gone through the mills, you know, politically, as you can say. There could not be a better person at this point in time to partner the affairs of this country than the two gentlemen we have at the Institute of Affairs, because they have what it takes.
Also speaking, the senator representing Edo North, Senator Adams Oshiomhole, blamed the economic situation in the country on the previous administration.
The government inherited a terrible economic situation. Everybody knows it. The government inherited an economy in which our total national revenue was barely enough to service our debt burden, spending 96%, which is to say every 96 kobo, every 100 naira Nigeria earned, 96 kobo is going to repay debts, to service debts. So you have only 4 kobo left to pay all the salaries. So nothing can be worse. But they came determined that they will have to do business unusual to arrest the drift, stabilize the economy.
The Vice President told the audience that the Tinubu administration remains strongly committed to deepening democracy in the country, stating that all Nigerians must work together to nurture the nation's democracy. The federal government has been urged to review the requirements for accessing the students' loan signed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The call was made by the President Ibadan College of Medicine Alumni Association Worldwide, ICOMA, Professor Dipo Otolorin, during the induction ceremony of the 2023 Physiotherapy and Nursing class. Otolorin, while emphasizing on over-centralization of the healthcare system and personnel recruitment, also noted that gender inequality is rife in the nursing profession, as male nurses are almost considered endangered species. The Chief Medical Director, Professor J.A. Otegbayo, who was represented by Deputy Director Medical Vice Report, Dr. Taiwo Shoyinka, urged new inductees to keep up their good work and be professional, warning against interprofessional rivalry. In her remark, the immediate former board chairman, Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, Bola Ofi, noted that brain drain currently being faced will be overcome. She also revealed that the council has created and approved more academic platforms for various aspects of the nursing profession, such as postgraduate degrees, among others. At the ceremony was the presentation of awards to best graduating students in the first class category, which included an exceptional mother of 5. The federal government has insisted that no federal university is allowed to charge tuition fees in the country. The Permanent Secretary, Minister Adijo, disclosed this at a public hearing by the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee on Student Loans in Abuja. Adijo said that the recent increase in charges by federal universities in the country was unfortunate. Adijo said that the charges collected by the institutions were used to pay for some of their services, including electricity bills. He faulted claims that the signing of the Students' Loan Act was responsible for some of the hike in the university charges. Adijo said that despite the charges, the universities had not been able to meet up with some of their expenses. He said that modalities have been put in place for the takeoff of the student loan scheme in the 2023-2024 academic calendar. The Anambra State Commissioner for Women and Social Welfare, Ife Obinabo, has sealed off the plantation Ibadan